made a first video where I was telling you that I'm documenting my journey to becoming a platinum producer. And here's kind of part 2 to that. As you can see, I'm not in the same home anymore. I moved from the island, from a tropical paradise island, to the big city. I'm in Bangkok now. The reason for the move is actually quite simple. I mean, there's just more producers out here in Bangkok or close to Bangkok, and it just makes more sense to be here so I can travel back and forth pretty fast and don't have to take flights all the time. Plus, Bangkok is amazing and I have a lot of friends here already. Any updates regarding the placements? I'm still working on it. Like, nothing has really changed. I'm still pursuing my same strategy, and I kind of don't want to talk about it too much because I haven't walked it yet. So first walk the walk, then talk the talk. But the essence of it is pretty simple. I just work pretty much exclusively with people who are further ahead than me. Like, that's my strategy from a bird's eye view. And if you manage to do that, if you find ways you can deliver value to bigger people, to producers who are 1, 2, 3 steps ahead, and you can start locking with them and they start fucking with you. It's that simple. So you have to just find something of valuable, and fuck it, I'm just gonna give you all the game. What I've been doing recently is, especially I'm working with bigger sample makers, I asked myself a couple months ago, how can I deliver value to them? First thing I did, I started creating and dropping kits. My DMs changed from, hey, you wanna work on some samples, blah, 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 to, hey, here's the full version of my one-shot kit. No need to reply. If you fuck with it, let me know. And just like that, I was able to lock in with like 3 to 4 to 5 bigger producers than me. And now we work all the time. And all it took from me was to find something of value for them. And also another point, I'm dropping all the game, bro. If you don't subscribe after this, I don't know what's wrong with you. But another point is like, what does every human being value? Time, right? So there's only so much loops you can make in a day. You only have so much time. And here's what I found to be the most valuable thing, even besides the free kits. You just ask them to send you starters, so you don't ask to send them starters. They're mostly already fully booked and working with a lot of people, so they don't necessarily have capacity. But the way you can wiggle yourself into that relationship is if you start asking them, hey, do you have some starters for me to flip? And what that does is, first of all, for them, it's not a big effort to send them to you or to add you to their email list or whatever. But on the other hand, if you can flip the starters in a way that they don't recognize the starter before, so it's something completely new, you will deliver so much value to them. Don't you understand? If you get a starter, one certain vibe, and then you flip it into something completely new, that is as if this person had made another loop in that day, right? And they have no problem sending it out to their people if it sounds completely different and is still fire. Because I can just tell you from my experience, I haven't really talked about with any of my bros now about this, but if I send out starters, most of those starters are from loops I've already finished myself. So if you just add like a low piano and some bass and I don't know, one simple counter melody, I don't perceive that as valuable because I already have a loop that sounds pretty much the same. So what you want to do if you get starters is delete 70%, take the 30%, maybe flip the 30% again with Portal, with Halftime, with Shaperbox, whatever, and then add like another 70% of layers to it that you came up with on your own. And the goal should really be that if you play the starter and then the finished loop, that they can't recognize it and you can't recognize it either. So you should send them back the loops and they have no idea which starter you used for this collab. And that's the goal. And that's how you deliver value to bigger producers, bigger sample makers. If you're watching this, I know that you kind of have the feeling that you can do more and that you want to achieve more than the normal quote-unquote average person. I respect that. I'm the same way. Like, honestly, I'm the same way. I wouldn't have taken the risks to move out here to Thailand from far away from my home, far away from my childhood friends, far away from my family, if I didn't know I could do it. So it all starts with belief. And if you're watching this, you might not have the belief yet, but trust me, you can do it. And you have to start implementing, finding ways to reinforce that belief into your own life. I've recently made a video about this, which is called something along the lines how I removed all my self-doubts as a music producer. And if you follow that routine, I guarantee you in a half a year, you will have no doubts in your mind that it will work, and you will be happy to take risks, happy to move out of your country, happy to go to the places you need to go, happy to invest money into your career because you know you'll end up where you want to be. I think I'm actually gonna show you this place because it's too fire to not be shown. So let's get it. So when we get inside, there's a huge mirror, some stuff. Also the ceiling is high, very, very high. I have a little TV, I don't use it, it's just there. Couch, kitchen. And then here is where the magic happens, and I'm gonna put a picture on screen now how this looks like at night, but trust me, it's insane. And if you're not inspired by that view, I don't know what will ever inspire you. So this is where the magic happens. Now we have another room, which consists of a little bathroom. So stuff pretty simple. And the bed, this is where the second part of magic happens. Also with a nice view, high ceilings. And all this, bro, all this plays for around $500 a month. And that's not all about it. I mean, there's gym, there's pools, there's saunas, there's basketball courts, there's so much more to this condo. So I think it's very, very much worth the $500 a month. Honestly, the reason why I moved out here, because you can take risks. You don't need a lot of money. You don't need to make a lot of money yet. You can take risks and invest all your time and all your life into becoming a better person, into going to the gym, into making music work, or whatever business you're trying to do. And that's pretty much the main reason. If you fuck with the daily videos, subscribe below. I would appreciate that. And yeah, see you tomorrow. Peace, bro.